Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at temperatures across the state that are all above average. We're not looking at any cold weather anywhere. Those days are over for a while. We're looking at temperatures locally that are maybe a little bit warmer along the immediate coastline than they are in inland areas by a few degrees. And the reason, of course, for that is that at this time of morning, the water is relatively warmer. The water temperature now coming in around the 70-degree mark, 71, 69, something like that, depending on where you are, what part of the currents you're catching. We're looking at generally this afternoon, the water being a cooling influence on the coast, whereas in the morning hours, it's a warming influence. 58 degrees Wauchula, 55 Arcadia, 58 in Mayaca City, closer to the coastline, 63 Boca Grande, 61 in Venice, 61 in Bradenton and in Sarasota. That 61-degree temperature also is accompanied by a 57-degree dew point. All those numbers, what do they mean? Well, it means relative humidity is low, comfortable, nice this afternoon. Won't make you feel uncomfortable. Now, later on this week, we'll start to see that dew point number rise, probably into the mid-60s. And then you will notice perhaps a little more of a sticky feel to the air. But at least for a couple more days, you can enjoy that low relative humidity weather. East-southeast wind coming in at about 3 right now. We've got a few scattered showers over in the Atlantic. Maybe the coastline of the Atlantic gets a few scattered areas of drizzle, but we do not. There's nothing coming at us from Gulf waters. Everything is beautiful for your morning commute. To the north of us, there are some scattered showers still in progress around the Atlanta airport, some moderate rain falling there. Charlotte airport saw some moderate rain falling. Things are kind of really lightening up in these areas right now, and there's certainly no airport delays because of inclement weather, so that should not be a problem if you're heading to those hubs this morning, which most of us flying out of Sarasota do. We're looking at some pretty quiet weather right now back to the west, but it won't stay that way. This is a developing area of low pressure diving southward that promises parts of Oklahoma and Texas severe weather today. They'll likely see tornadoes. They'll likely see large hail, gusty winds, damaging winds as well, and we'll probably see that end up on the news tonight. We're looking at a line of showers located to the north, as I mentioned, staying north of us thanks to that area of high pressure, and eventually the frontal boundary back to the west approaching us by probably Friday night. But until then, high pressure, the dominant weather feature, brings us that southeasterly wind flow and a slowly rising relative humidity. Today, though, another warm one. Expect temperatures running around 3 to 5 degrees above average. No rain again today, though we may see a few fair weather clouds develop inland. And we'll wait for that one rain chance. Comes our way Friday night into Saturday morning. Few onshore showers over on the other coast, as I mentioned, with that southeasterly wind blowing. Clouds building, particularly in inland areas a little later in the afternoon along that sea breeze front collision between the east and west coast sea breezes right along the I-75 corridor. Other than that, pretty quiet conditions. Southeast wind shifting to the west with a sea breeze in the afternoon. Light chop. 2-foot seas. Nice day out there on the waters. And the forecast for the week ahead looks good. Daytime highs above average with that chance of rain Friday night into Saturday.